How long does it take to sell a house in Orlando in 2026? If you are thinking about selling your home in Orlando, one of the first questions you're probably asking is how long is it actually going to take to sell my house in today's market? Because if you've been following the real estate market over the last few years, you know things have changed. Homes are no longer selling in 2 days with 15 offers like they did during the peak sellers market. But that does not mean that homes aren't selling. In fact, well-prepared and strategically priced homes are still attracting serious buyers and selling successfully in Central Florida. So, in this video, we're going to talk about the average time homes are taken to sell in Orlando market in 2026, what factors affect the selling speed, and what homeowners can do to help their properties sell faster. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Adriana Flores and I'm a realtor here in Central Florida and the Space Coast. And in this channel, I help homeowners understand the Orlando real estate market so they can make smarter decisions when buying or selling a home. If you're planning to sell your home in Orlando, Winter Garden, Lake Nona, Kissimmee, Merritt Island, Dr. Phillips, or anywhere in Central Florida or the Space Coast, understanding today's market condition is one of the most important things to do to prepare to list your property. So let's break down what sellers should realistically expect in Orlando's market in 2026. How long homes are taken to sell in Orlando? Right now, the average time on the market for homes in Orlando area are approximately 83 days, which is about 9% longer than last year. Now, for some homeowners, hearing that number may sound concerning at first, but it's important to understand the context behind it. The Orlando market has shifted from the extremely competitive sellers market we experienced a few years ago, like that pandemic, post-pandemic era, into a more balanced and buyer-friendly environment. Buyers on today's market have more inventory to choose from. They are comparing homes before making decisions and generally takes more time before submitting an offer. That means that homes are no longer selling instantly just because they hit the market. Today's homes need the right pricing. Honestly, this is bringing the market back closer to a more normal and healthier pace overall. Now let's talk about pricing. That's the biggest factor. One of the biggest factors affecting how quickly a home sells is the pricing strategy. This is huge. Many homeowners still have expectations based on that peak sellers market that we saw years ago, where almost all homes were receiving multiple offers really quickly. But buyers today are much more price sensitive. They are comparing homes, they are seeing multiple listings, they're comparing the price per square foot, condition, location before deciding to make an offer. Homes that are priced too aggressively often sit on the market longer because buyers simply move to other options. And once a property sits on the market on an extended period of time, buyers start asking questions like, what is wrong with this property? Why haven't it sold yet? Is the seller eventually going to reduce the price? That loss of momentum can hurt a listing significantly. On the other hand, homes that are priced appropriately based on the recent comparable sales, the neighborhood competition, and the current market conditions often generate stronger interest early in the process. And sometimes homes priced correctly can even create more competition among buyers. Now, condition and presentation matters more than ever. Another major factor that affects selling timeline is the condition and presentation of the home. Today's buyers are heavily influenced by the online listings, the professional photography, and the first impressions of the properties. Most buyers see homes online before even step a foot inside a home. This means that your listing photos and overall presentation are incredibly important. Homes that are cleaned, decluttered, well-maintained, and professionally photographed, they attract buyers, and they typically generate much more interest than homes that are outdated and unprepared. And the good news is that many improvements that help homeowners sell faster are actually relatively simple. Things like fresh paint, minor repairs, landscaping, staging, and improving lighting can make a huge difference in how buyers perceive your property. Even small details matters because buyers today are comparing the homes against many other listings. Of course, location continues to be one of the biggest factors in real estate. Location, location, location. Some neighborhoods in Central Florida continue attracting buyers much faster than others because of the school system, the amenities, the lifestyle, and the ongoing development. Areas like Winter Garden, Lake Nona, and Dr. Phillips continue to experience a strong buyer's demand because of their popularity and long-term growth potential. Homes that are in highly desirable communities that are priced correctly and presented well sell significantly faster than the overall market average. This is why understanding neighborhood-specific market conditions is so important, because the overall Orlando market average doesn't necessarily reflect what's happening in every individual community. Another thing homeowners should understand is that selling a home involves more than just getting an offer. Even after a property goes under contract, still usually a 30 to 45 days closing process. That's the time when a lot of important steps happen, like the inspection period, the appraisal, all the mortgage approval, the title work, and that final underwriting from the lender. So even if your home received an offer relatively quickly, the entire process from listing to closing can often take several months depending on the transaction. This is very important for sellers who are relocating, buying another home, or coordinating a move. Planning ahead helps reduce stress and allows sellers to create a more realistic timeline. Now, what types of homes are selling the fastest right now in Orlando? Generally, homes that are priced correctly, homes that show well online, homes that are clean and move-in ready, homes that are located in desirable neighborhoods, and homes that have realistic sellers. Those tend to attract stronger interest from possible buyers. Buyers are still active in Central Florida. There are sales every single day. The difference is that today's buyers are more selective and more informed than they were during the peak market years, which means that preparation and strategy matter more than ever for sellers in today's market. So, how long does it take to sell a house in Orlando in 2026? The honest answer, like anything in real estate, is it depends. It depends on the pricing strategy, the presentation, the location, the market conditions, and the buyer's demand in your specific area. While homes are generally taking longer to sell than they did during the peak sellers market, well-prepared homes and strategically priced homes are still selling successfully throughout Central Florida. So if you are thinking about selling and would like to better understand your home's value, your pricing strategy, the neighborhood competition, and what times like you should realistically expect, feel free to reach out or schedule a consultation. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like the video and subscribe for weekly Orlando real estate updates. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.